Hello and welcome to the Bothwell Recreation Ground, Game 2 of a massive ODFA semi-final gala day. Just saw the Tri-Bunnaroos run over the top of the Mount Pleasant Mounties to book a spot in next week's prelim final. Mount Pleasant drawing their season to a close, but today we've also got a huge game here between the Bothwell Rabbits and the Campbell Town Robins, and this is promising to be an absolute belter. The winner of this game straight through to the grand final, the loser to take on the Roos in next week's prelim final. My name is Anthony Osborne, excited to be bringing this game to you on the AFL Tasmania YouTube live stream. To my left in the commentary position is Nick Finlay, ODFA media guru. Fantastic to have you on board, mate. Looking forward to what should be a really good game of footy.
Yeah, good afternoon, Anthony. Yes, as you say, I think it'll be a great game, this one. First versus second on the ladder, second semi-final. Winner through to the grand final in 2 weeks, and the loser, yes, we'll play Tri-Bunna next week at Oatlands.
So we're underway in this game between the Rabbits and the Robins. Quick start, driving ball to a dangerous spot, deep inside 50. Opportunity here around the corner, hurried kick to a dangerous spot, bouncing ball. Tough for the opposition defence. Good smother there, just buys them a little bit of time, over and out. So hot start there, driving the ball inside 50, and I guess that quick ball movement could prove to be really crucial across the course of this game.
Absolutely. Scotty Bones straight out of the middle there, long raking kick to Son Bryant, and they're looking dangerous within the first minute, basically.
Ball's thrown into play. The ruckman able to get clear advantage. Good tackle pressure being applied. Hurried kick around the corner. Strong mark taken. Not quite the required distance. And the Campbelltown defenders with a fair bit of work to do. Holding looks like a legal disposal, so an early opportunity here to hit the scoreboard. This would be a dream start for them.
Yeah, Jamie Sokolski going for goal here. Sticks. Definitely one of the better players on the side.
Makes his approach to goal now. Kicks on the way. Likes it too. Fantastic start. The Rabbits, they're up and about. They kick the opening goal of the game, and he's going to be a really key figure across the course of this contest.
Absolutely, and expecting a lot from Sticks throughout the day. His ability to get the ball, plenty of pressure, and look at the bonus that he's got a goal within the first minute and a half of the game. So yeah, Bothwell on the scoreboard early.
Fantastic start for them, and they've been the competition pace setter all season. We're looking to continue that on. We spoke pre-game about the pressure that's often associated with a perfect home and away season, but that'll just settle some nerves to start this contest. Response needed here from Campbelltown as the two teams just look to feel their way into this contest. Beautiful day here at Bothwell. Some clouds overhead, but fantastic day for footy really, and fantastic atmosphere with more and more people rolling into the venue. Nice little dance around through traffic for the Robins, gets them inside 50, presenting well and taking a good mark.
Ned Carr there.
Magnificent stuff from Ned Carr, and it was a good kick to his advantage, but again he had a player right on his heels, able to just extend the levers out and take a strong grab overhead.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong mark overhead, as you say. He'll be very dangerous up forwards. Yeah, the Bothwell defence going to have to mark him very closely.
So Ned Carr looking to get the perfect response for the Campbelltown Robins. Begins his approach to goal, crosses the paint of 50, kicks on the way, gun, barrel, straight. The Robins, they get there first, and it's goal for goal to start this one. The Bothwell Recreation Ground, one straight apiece after a couple of minutes in this huge semi-final.
Yeah, if the Robins can weather the storm early, there's going to be plenty of pressure applied from Bothwell. They're a strong side, they're fast, they're physical. If the Robins, if they can withstand the early pressure and maintain a bit of scoreboard pressure as well throughout the quarter, then anything can happen. Campbell Town, of course, haven't beaten Bothwell throughout the year, so but finals time can be an interesting time.
It could be a funny beast, finals football, and that early goal just to draw things level will do them a world of confidence. Quick stuff through the middle of the ground, nice work there. Sikorski once again, he just looks so dangerous. His kick out wide, good mark taken there by Bryant. It is. Quickly moves the ball on, good grab taken.
Georgie Higgins.
One thing you do notice, just some real tall timber at either end. Kick into the pocket, just coming over the back, using his great reach to keep the ball alive there. Ford, tied up against the line, handball back into play. Little blind turn, good stuff there from Hills. Moves the ball on, Campbell Town defence under the pump now. Desperate stuff from the Robins. Rabbits just continuing to try and surge this football forward. We'll have a stoppage, 25 metres out from the Rabbits' goal face. Ball's thrown up. Just moving his opponent out of the way there. Just Campbell Town ruckman moving the ball along, trying to get out of defensive 50. Dancing through the other way there was Miles for the Rabbits. Gets it off in the direction of Hills, who evades one tackle. Clever kick, but just coming in from the other side there was Hunter Viney. Able to break the contest up. Ball still in dispute here. The other side able to trap it cleanly and create an opportunity. The Robins defending grimly. The Rabbits continuing to surge forward, but here's an opportunity for Campbell Town to get the ball out of defence. Just got his kick away in the nick of time, but turns it over. And this ball could come back with interest. A dinky kick across the face. Didn't really create much opportunity for them. A strong tackle laid. We'll have a stoppage. It's quite a story, Campbelltown Robins, isn't it, Nick? They rise up the ladder this year, and to be playing off in this final, it's massive considering where the club's been in recent years.
Oh, spot on. Look, they are definitely one of the many success stories really of the year, if not the biggest success story.
Good stuff there from the Robins. We'll re-pick that up in a sec as the Robins have moved this ball well, quite methodically. Tim Hall now with ball in hand. Crafty forward. Kicks long and strong to a dangerous spot. Unable to take the mark. Good stuff at ground level here from the Rabbits, but they're not quite out of danger just yet. The ball will hopefully sit for Isles if you're a Rabbits fan. It does. Turnover though. Ball now in the arms of
Caden Dowse.
Dowse, yep. Dowse down the line, unable to hit up a target. Running through traffic there. Sokolski's had plenty of the football to begin. Miles involved as well. Handball back into a bit of traffic. Big ball here for either side. Hills has had plenty of the football early on. Gets the handball out. Gets it once again now for the Rabbits. Hurried kick. Couple of Bothwell players running into each other. Eventually it all works out. They kick to a dangerous spot. Centre half forward. Running out in front of all the others there. Opportunity. Umpires pinned the football though. That was a really good tackle. Just in the nick of time. And they'll hold things up now, the Robins, as they kick towards the broadcast side of the ground. A one-on-one. Mark not quite taken there by McGilvery. Gets it at ground level. Tries to get rid of one tackle. He can't get rid of the second, though. Great pressure from the Rabbits. Good stuff there. Jared Horn will be rewarded with the free kick. A couple of Bothwell players getting involved there. He's got players presenting for him every which way. Eventually just opts to go in the pocket. Just falls short of the intended target. But an opportunity here for Bothwell. Handball goes back in the direction of Horn. Funnels it back out wide. Scrapping away there. Bird. Umpire will take the ball.
Jesse Arnold getting in amongst it there. Joe Hammond. Yep. For the Robins. And the coach for Bothwell, Matty Bird.
Tap down straight to the opposing ruckman. An opportunity here for Bothwell. That ball just went straight up and straight back down again. Pressure now on the Campbelltown defenders. Hurried spiralling kick out of defence will give them a few moments of reprieve at least. Good stuff here from the Robins. Bit of overlap run. Just getting rid of the football in the nick of time on that occasion there was McCarthy. They're really under the pump now, though. The Rabbits, they eventually get the ball out. Dowse kicks it towards half forward. Bouncing ball. It's going to be a tricky ball to trap. Unable to do so on that occasion was Tim Hall, but he's a crafty player. Keeps the ball out in front of himself. Buys a bit of time. Dowse comes in. Hall still scrapping away as well. Just traps the football to Hall. Really clever stuff. Handballs it out to a teammate. Unable to trap it cleanly. Matthews will do the ropping up on the bar line of defence.
Yeah, red hot game so far. Both teams going right at its Yeah, no love lost at all between the sides, and exactly as I expected it to be between these two top sides in the competition.
This is a really frenetic start to this game. Entertaining stuff. Probably just really pinballing right around the park, and great tackle pressure being applied as well. Ball to win here on the outer side of the ground. Numbers should favour Bothwell, they do. Getting involved in that occasion was Stacey with the initial handball. Mark taken there, good grab from Rory Mansell. Cuts into the middle of the ground, finds Hammond. Hammond moves the ball on, kicks it towards half forward, just getting a hand in there was Jetson. Ball still in dispute though. Rabbits tackling well in packs at the moment, but Campbell Town just starting to win a couple of free kicks, create some opportunities, and this is Ian Campbell. Campbell goes out wide. He's going to be a prime mover today, isn't he, Ian Campbell? Player to watch.
Absolutely, yeah, Ian Campbell out to the captain, I think, Lockie Groves. Back at the club this year. Yeah, we were saying before, Campbelltown won one game in 2018 and then none in 2019 or 2021, and they've revitalised the club this year.
Groves to a dangerous spot. There was a bit of a push. The umpire says it was legal, so free kick. So the mark will be paid over the Rabbits. And it looks like that might be a 50-metre penalty. It will be. So
Jamie Hales.
You know, we saw the game before. There wasn't a single 50-metre penalty across the course of the contest. You can just see here a Bothwell player also making his way from the field. I might get you to keep an eye on that, Nick, as we hear him play. Move the ball on towards half forward now, the Rabbits. Good mark taken out in front, under duress. Strong grab taken by Bryant. He's co-captain of this Bothwell outfit. He'll go short. Finds a teammate there in Bird. Bird who just launches. One goes through for a minor score. So the first minor score of the day. Bothwell, they go to 1-1-7. Campbelltown, 1 straight 6.
Yeah, certainly a Bothwell player here coming off. Is that a fair knock? Could be a bit of concussion potentially. James Shearing about to go on.
Good mark taken on the second juggle there from Ollie Risley. Just does his job week in, week out. Kicks it to the hot spot. Just with the sit, the Campbelltown player unable to take the mark there was Hammond. Reinforcements come in and yeah, looks a little worse for wear. Is it Jetson? Yeah, Corey Jetson just in front of us, so fingers crossed he's okay. Good tap down, puts the pressure on though. Bothwell in a dangerous position. Moving his way around the forward line there was Horn. Ball in dispute, umpire's whistle. It's going to be a free kick going the way of the Rabbits. Kick goes back inboard, mark taken. Unselfish play, saw the player in a better position in Matty Bird. Coach takes the mark.
Yeah, first year of coach here up at Bothwell. Done a great job obviously to get the side through, undefeated for the year. Led by example.
So an opportunity here to convert Rabbits' second goal of the afternoon. 1-1-7 plays 1 straight 6. It's a nice little kick into the coach. How can he finish the job? A flying shot moments ago. This one more straightforward. It's a good finish. He likes it straight away. Bothwell get their second. And a good finish there from the coach.
Bird's 37th goal for the year, being always very handy up forward. The second highest goal scorer within the team. Yeah, red hot start to both teams. It's a real arm wrestle.
It was a relatively regulation shot for him, but it's the pressure of finals footy. If you can just make the most of those opportunities early on, it's so important. Gets that second goal, opens up a little buffer for them. 7 points the difference.
A couple of injuries to Bothwell. Traden Wilton has come to the bench as well with a bit of a knock. The young gun. He's one of the joint under-21 association best and fairest award winners from last year.
Kick to a dangerous spot here. Campbelltown defence really being put under the pump early. Handball goes back. Opportunity now for the Rabbits. Handball just a little too hot on that occasion. Robin still needing to just defend so grimly at the moment. Good tackle, just got the kick away in the nick of time, but it's going to come back with interest. Squaring ball up, an opportunity now for Bothwell. Good mark taken.
Jordan Stacey,
who's been around the traps Tassie footy for a while. So Stacey be kicking from right on 50. Chance to make it 3 goals for Bothwell. Just extend the lead further out. He won't quite get the distance on the kick. The mark's not taken. It'll bounce through for a minor score off hands.
Yeah, Tyler Ford going up there for the mark. Probably wasn't quite expecting it to be at that level.
Tyler Ford's such an exciting player, isn't he? Inside 50.
Indeed. It made headlines back in round 9, which many people listening will recall. 24 goals in one game against Oatlands. Only to be knocked off in terms of the association record only in round 14 when David Craig from Campania kicked 29.
I saw the Tyler Ford T-shirts were flying off the shelves thanks to Electric Wiki as well. So if the Crag ones are as well, it's a magnificent achievement. He's going to have a big job to play this afternoon. So another stoppage inside the centre square. Tap down, dancing through, just getting the kick over the top there was Bryant. Bouncing ball. Dangerous spot here, still alive for Bothwell. Unable to quite complete the transaction there on that occasion was Horn. Still in dispute, coming through off the ground. What a finish.
Tyler Ford.
Clever stuff from Tyler Ford. Read that so well. Just got his foot to the footy and makes no mistake. Bothwell, well, they get another 3-2-20. An opportunistic goal from that man we've just been talking about, Tyler Ford.
Yeah, Scotty Bowen and Jared Horn there in amongst it. Tapping it on quickly to Ford, who was able to kick it off the grounds. At the northern end goals here, cars continue to stream in, of course. 3 goals on the board now for Bothwell to Campbell Town's 1, 3-2-20 to 1 goal 6.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere here at Bothwell, as you said, Nick. The crowd continues to roll in. We saw a good game of footy earlier. Tri-Bunner getting the chocolates over Mount Pleasant, continuing to surge forward in season 2022, and the locals certainly out in force here. Good travelling pack for Campbell Town as well. Fantastic venue for today's ODFA semi-finals. Great ball movement here from the Rabbits. They look on at the moment. Tyler Ford takes the mark. Wheels and goes. Kicks it inside 50, presenting well, and able to take the mark on the second grab. Campbell Town will now bring the ball out of defence. If they can just get a couple of kicks together, they do. The umpires just paid that as a mark.
Yeah, and Campbell, one of the key players to if Campbell Town are going to win, he needs to be in amongst it.
Sorry to cut you off there, Nick. Big collision in the middle of the ground. Just good tough footy, and they go back inside 50 again. And Matthew Bird, the coach, takes the mark. He's already got one to his name so far. And that was, again, it was a kick into the middle of the ground that was a bit of a 50-50, and Bothwell won out.
Yeah, looking dangerous when they move forward. Plenty of options. Up forward, Bird, Ford, Horn and Bone. So looking to continue this bit of momentum the Rabbits are riding to get the 4th goal of the contest for the hosts. Kick is on the way. Good looking kick. He likes it straight away. It's another. Bothwell kick away. 4-2-26. Campbelltown 1 straight 6. 20 points the margin with 8 minutes to go in the opening term. Yeah, no, they're always on the board early in the first quarters. Usually Bothwell. Absolutely no difference here in the first week of the finals.
Yeah, clinical stuff there. Ball movements looked just dynamic, and the coach with 2 on the board early on. Great start for the Bothwell Rabbits in front of their home crowd. Neither ruckman able to get an advantage there in the middle. Umpire will take it once again.
Angus Chugg now rucking for Campbelltown. Stuck with the club over their lean years. Matty Carlisle.
It's a really good smother in the middle there. Rabbits putting the pressure on, just getting rid of the football there. It's Campbell, but free kick is going the way of the Rabbits. Moving the ball on. Yeah, Sokolski kicks it into space inside 50. Beckons for players to come out the football. Numbers initially favoured the Robins, but the Rabbits reinforcements came in quickly. Ball in dispute. Handball into a little bit of space, weaving his way through traffic. That was clever. Just missing his teammate there in Baldwin. Kicks back to a dangerous spot. Mark taken. Another chance here for the Rabbits. Again, they're just creating so many opportunities. Well, Campbell Town, I think they've actually defended pretty well. This is Matthew Bird again.
Yep.
I think they're defending relatively well, Campbell Town, but it's just sheer weight of numbers inside 50 at the moment for the Rabbits.
Absolutely. The ball's just rocketing in there before Campbell Town can sort of organise themselves too much, and that's ultimately what's residing in the goals.
So, coach Matthew Bird, already 2 goals to his name. Can he kick 3 in the opening term of the semi-final? Begins his approach. He sprays that one badly. Misses to the left-hand side, a minor score. Led off there for Campbell Town. They've got some big questions to answer now, the Robins. Bothwell running on top of the ground at the moment. 21 points the difference with 5 and a bit to play in the opening term. Kick comes back inboard. Target there, Goss. Moves the ball on. Good stuff here from Campbell Town. Just need to get a couple of kicks together at kick mark chains that haven't been able to get too many of them going so far, Nick.
Absolutely. Just slow and steady does it, I think, at the moment, just to halt the run.
Yeah, just take a bit of sting out of it at the moment. This quick movement certainly favouring the Rabbits as Campbell Town eventually launch the ball inside 50. Great forward craft there, unable to take the mark, McGilvery. Hurried kick away. Holding their ground here are the Robins. Man's between a couple of them. Moving his way through traffic is Campbell. Gets it off to McGilvery, who then chips a good ball inside 50 to Tim Hall. Lowered his eyes. Hall. Right on his distance, you reckon, Nick?
Yeah, I think so. Anthony's pretty capable player. He's played at Campbell Town in their sort of grand final appearance years at least.
Kick is on the way. Uses the breeze to perfection and taking a mark. What a grab!
Landed heavily.
Flying high, took the wind out of him, but just read that ball so well. Took the mark, and that's Ned Carr, I believe. A really good mark. Saw him before, just extending the levers out. He has such great reach and read that ball really well. It looked like a lovely kick from Hall, but just falling short. Taking a big pack mark. This could be a team lifter if he can convert.
Yeah, Carr probably needs to assume the full forward role, given Haywood is an out from this match, which we haven't really talked about.
Great finish there from Carr, makes no mistake. A fantastic mark, deserved the goal. That's exactly what he does. That's his second. And yeah, that very good point, Nick. We actually haven't talked about that. That's a really big selection story on the eve of this game. Haywood, the general inside 50 for the Robins being a late withdrawal.
Indeed, yeah, 68 goals to his name. Finished third on the goal kicking ladder. Sustained an injury outside of football, is my understanding, during the week. So an unfortunate omission this week.
But looks like, as you said, Carl will have to assume that mantle as the main man down there, and he's certainly started well with 2 goals in the opening quarter of this contest. 3.5 to go. Back to 15 points. Just a bit of a steadier there for the Robins. Moving his way through traffic, Sokolski. Ball to win on the outer side. Clever little tap back into play.
Sokolski again.
Bouncing ball towards half forward. Ford can't quite trap it. Brings in a teammate though in Brown. Just gets rid of the football, but he's going to be pinned holding the footy. Robins be rewarded.
Last time these two teams played a fortnight ago, the margin was only 3 points at quarter time. It was a pretty wind-affected game, however.
Yep.
No wind here, of course. So yeah, we're seeing a real. Yeah, the scoreboard is a really good reflection of where each team is at.
Presenting well is Ford, reads that ball well, takes a strong grab. Wheels and goes, kicks it inside 50, lowers his eyes and spots Bird, who's met heavily. And that will be a 50-metre penalty. That was a really heavy collision. It was a lovely kick from Tyler Ford and brave mark coming at the footy. And this will, I guess we can pencil this one in for another goal to the coach, Matty Bird.
Yeah, definitely a heavy knock as he took the mark there, Mansell, I think. Definitely warranted 50-metre, I think.
So to get the immediate response for the Rabbits. Makes no mistake. Easiest of goals. And again, that just rapid ball movement. The impressive thing has been the marking, I reckon, so far from Bothwell. It's been so clean. And Tyler Ford, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this unfolds with Ford at one end and Carr at the other. Two really exciting athletic forwards to hopefully do plenty of damage on the scoreboard. It's always good to watch when the big tall forwards are firing.
Absolutely, yeah. No, they're good to watch when the ball's coming and high up marks, sort of contested marks and things like that. They are definitely top of the competition for that reason.
So back in the middle, Bothwell got the immediate reply to the Campbell Town major. Working their way through the middle again, the Rabbits. They go inside 50. Good body work. Mark not taken, but the response is good. Kick goes towards half forward. Trying to trap the football there is Phoebe. Coming in for the Rabbits is Hales. Bouncing ball over the top. Clever little handball there. Opportunity now for the Robins. Hurried kick away from Chug. Inside 50. Mark not taken. Now it's an opportunity for the small forwards to go to work. Bothwell do well to get the handball over the top. Sokolski, absolute star of this competition. He kicks down the line directly in front of us broadcast side. Thomas, vice captain of the Robins, gets the ball down the field a couple of metres, over and out for a throw-in, just to the right of the Campbell Town interchange box. As we tick into the last 15 seconds of this opening term. Entertaining quarter of footy. Intense stuff. Bothwell just creating more opportunities and also making the most of them. Tap down, really nice roving. Good ruck craft as well. Ball to win here. Able to get away cleanly was Mansell. The umpire's going to pin him holding the football. Free kick has been paid as the siren sounds for quarter time. An entertaining start to this one, Nick Finlay. 5-3-33 the Rabbits. Campbell Town 2 straight 12. And although that second car goal just seemed to be a bit of a team lifter for them, Bothwell, to their credit, with that 50-minute penalty obviously assisting, got the immediate response.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, Bird with 3 and Sokolski and Ford there with a single each. Look, they've got plenty of options up forward to kick goals. Campbell Town don't appear to have that luxury just at the moment. Ned Carr, of course, is the obvious exclusion there. He's most capable basically. Timmy Hall, if he can find a bit of space, roving the ball up forward, from the contested sort of pack marks and things, and he can definitely score quickly as well. So, look, they're not out of it. There was certainly plenty of pressure to withstand, which they did for certainly some of the quarter.
Yeah, it's made for an entertaining start. 5-3-33 the Rabbits. Campbell Town 2 straight 12. We'll take a short break here, quarter time. Second quarter action coming up next.
Motherfucker. Nah, not really. I've never really got into it.
Second quarter about to get underway in this second semi-final at the Bothwell Recreation Ground. It's the Rabbits leading 5-3-33 to Campbell Town, 2 straight 12. A direct ticket to the grand final is on offer for the winner of this afternoon's clash, and so far the Rabbits have certainly made most of their opportunities to have a healthy lead going into the opening break, but we should have a good game of footy on our hands here, Nick Finlay, as we get things underway to begin the second quarter. Keen to get your thoughts as it unfolds, and a couple of little factoids and stats about the competition as well as the second quarter progresses. Sokalski just overruns the football slightly, now laying the tackle, but does so illegally. Free kick going the way, and umpire's call. Might get a rundown of who we've got officiating today as well in a moment from you, Nick. Our next stoppage. It's fantastic to have the support of the TFUA and the umpires. The game so wouldn't exist without them. Handball out wide. Nice chain of handballs there from the Rabbits as Rose kicks towards half forward, but straight down the throat of Samuel Thomas, vice captain of the Robins. Moves the ball into a dangerous spot. There are 3 Rabbits coming in hot, and in the end the free kick will be paid to the Campbell Town Robins.
Yeah, field umpires, Phil Linnell, anyone associated with footy in southern Tasmania would know that name. He's umpiring today. He's umpired over 1,100 games. We've got Ron Frank and Luke Bricknell also officiating in the field.
Chance here for the Robins. What a finish. Carr gets his third. And that is exactly the start the Robins would have been after in this second quarter. Fantastic finish from the big man. Held his ground, and he's shown us with his aerial prowess and his set shot kicking that time, just weaving his way through traffic. Finished truly. Yeah,
good start there to the Robins in the second quarter here. They needed to apply some scoreboard pressure pretty quickly and bring the deficit back a bit.
Yeah, magnificent finish from him, but yeah, that's just remarkable. Phil, over 1,100 games, that is just ridiculous. Incredible servant of the game for a long period of time.
Indeed, this is Phil here, throwing the ball up.
Decisively one down, moving their way through traffic here. The Robins, chance for them. Good stuff from Ian Campbell, kicks towards half forward. Big contest, support comes at ground level, McCarthy involved. Tough footy this, tackle laid. Umpire can't split it. Give the free kick wasn't given away from Ollie Risley. Hit him heavily in the tackle.
McCarthy there at the bottom.
Ball's thrown up. Clever tap one down on that occasion there for Campbell Town. But the numbers at ground level favouring the Rabbits, weaving his way through traffic and eventually getting the handball away. Great running carry there for the Rabbits off half back. It's all started there from Jordan Stacey. That was excellent work. Now with ball in hand is Horn. Horn goes down the line, setting himself for the mark, unable to take it. The Rabbits just trying to surge the ball forward at the moment. Sokolski gets himself involved, kicks it to a dangerous spot, forward the target, unable to take the mark. Really good defence there from Campbell Town. Scrapping away at ground level, high tackle, free kick going the way of the Robins.
Jai Baldwin did well there against the taller Tyler Ford.
Fantastic to be bringing this game to you on the AFL Tasmania YouTube channel. ODFA semi-finals being live streamed for the first time. Of course, streaming the grand final in a couple of weeks as well. Fantastic to have your company today and a couple of weeks as well as we go towards the pointy end of the season, business time. And thanks to Harrison Agents, fantastic sponsor of the ODFA competition. Just going from strength to strength in season 2022, the ODFA. Another good year, and the team that comes out on top this season will certainly be a worthy winner. Kick goes inside 50, a couple of players fly, and somehow plucking the mark was Bird. He looked to be almost in the worst position of the four players flying for that ball, but just that extended reach was able to reel the mark in.
Yeah, strong arms there in the contested pack. Was able to end up with the ball and another shot on goal.
So already has 3 goals to his name. Looking for goal number 4 and Bothwell's first goal of the second quarter. Begins his approach, crosses the paint of 50. Kicking from about 30 metres out. Kick is on the way from Bird. He likes it straight away. Gun barrel straight from him. He's been a dead-eye. Bothwell. Point. I've gone way too early there. Sorry, Nick. I thought it was a celebration, but he was actually not too happy with himself. So the minus score, let off there for the Robins. Kick comes back into play. That's a good mark, though. Really good stuff coming across the front of the pack, and that's Hills. He'll now have a look at goal himself. He looks to be a really crafty player.
Absolutely, yeah. The first year up here at Bothwell. A very handy little player. A bit of deja vu here now. Another shot on goal from the same spot, pretty much.
I'll try and actually call this one as it goes through the big sticks, not pencil it down too early here, Nick. So, Jack Hills started this game well. Gets himself a little bit of extra distance, almost tries to barrel it through. It's going to go to the pocket. Mark not taken by Ford. Now at ground level, Campbelltown have some numbers, but they put themselves under a bit of pressure. Hurried kick goes away. Sitting under the football is McGilvery. He had company there from the Rabbits. That's a really strong, tough footy there being on display. The kick is on the way for the Rabbits. What a finish. A fantastic goal.
Georgie Higgins there with the goal.
That's a magnificent finish from him, and just backed himself in and really weighted that ball to perfection, used the breeze to his advantage, and it's a wonderful finish. As you said, it's a slight breeze, but he just massaged the ball well to make sure it went through the big sticks.
Yes, yeah, no, he delivered that perfectly. There was a slight breeze just kicking in now. Temperature's probably dropped a degree or two just in the last half an hour or so.
It almost looks to potentially just be going across the field a little bit, so it shouldn't affect the scoring end too much, but it was a lovely finish from him, and Bothwell 6-4-40, lead Campbelltown 3 straight 18, and once again, just getting that immediate response for the Rabbits. Ball to win in the middle. Looking their way through, Sokolski laid the tackle, laid the path for his teammate to kick the ball forward. Opportunity here for Bothwell once again. Campbelltown needing to really be switched on, especially how quickly the Rabbits are moving the ball inside 50. Have stoppage about 35 metres out from the goal face. The Rabbits winning it out of the ruck was Ford, unable to get his kick away cleanly. An opportunity though, bouncing ball goes at a left break angle. Ford tries to keep it in play in the pocket, but just runs out of tarmac over and out for a throw in.
Should mention the boundary and goal umpires. Boundary being Tom George and Harry Fulton, and goal umpires today are Jeff Hall and Wade Stewart. And the association again. Thanks them for officiating here from the TFUA. We have the luxury of all umpires being provided here, boundary and goal and field.
Absolutely, certainly. Thankful to the TFUA for all their hard work during the year. Of course, it's a final for the players, but it's a final for the umpires as well. High stakes. So the Robins bring the ball out of defence. It's really most players on the field are at that end of the ground. They'll try and catch them on the hop now. Campbell kicks the ball inside 50, goes over the top, and now it's going to be a foot race. Who can be first to it? Desperate stuff from Bothwell, just trying to paddle the ball in front. Clever forward craft from Campbell Town, just opting to push back and try and make it seem like it was a deliberate rush behind with no pressure, but the umpire says that was more than okay. Risley to bring the ball back into play for the Rabbits. Towards us on the broadcast side of the ground, Sokolski takes the football. Looks so good when he's in full flight. Strong stuff here from the Robins, just in front of the interchange gates of the Rabbits, over and out for a throw-in. Thomas has been really solid down back for the Robins so far. Nicky, a really strong performer for them.
Yeah, Sammy Thomas, former captain of Oatlands.
Shearing works his way through some traffic, kicks towards half forward and infringing. Giving away the free kick there was Arnold. Bird kicks centrally. What a kick! Looking for Ford. Almost hit him lace out. Just none of them would take the mark at the last moment. Campbell gets the ball at half back. Kicks in the middle of the ground. Mark not taken. Ball in dispute. Doing well to trap the football there with Stacey. Scraps the ball towards half forward. Handball goes back inboard. Isles. Now they move the ball inside 50 to the Rabbits. Oh, a couple of players just losing their footing, but Mansell holding well at the back of the pack was Mansell.
Campbell getting plenty more touches just in these last few minutes now. Getting himself in the game.
Yeah, Campbell and Sokolski, just a couple of prime movers, not going necessarily head-to-head, but just seeing them both around the ball is going to be a fascinating watch. The Robins bring the ball towards half forward, sending under it with Shearing, unable to take them out cleanly. It opens the door now for the Rabbits. Robins, I should say. Risley thought he had the football, and he will be rewarded with the free kick. Just got a bit of a push.
Yeah, some infringement there from Caleb McGilvery.
Risley chips the ball into the pocket. Didn't quite get the purchase he would have been after on the kick. Going well there was McGilvery, but he's seen over the line. Quite comfortably by Sokolski. So, Blair McGilvery, absolute star for the Robins.
Blair.
Ball's thrown in. Trying to work his way through a bit of traffic was Cocksharp. The umpire says illegal disposal. Free kick going the way of the Robins, and it's going to be that man Ned Carr. Already has 3 goals to his name, all 3 of Campbell Town's goals. Risley had himself in front position, unable to take the mark. Umpire's whistle holding free kick, and it's going to go the way of
Caleb McGilvery.
Yeah, we'll be going the way of McGilvery. So just infringed with. Chips the ball inside 50, but he can't quite get back off his mark. So we'll stop and try that one again.
Well within his range, I'd say. He should have a shot on goal.
The 2 McGilverys with the long sleeves could cause me a few issues across the course of the afternoon.
Slight bruise.
Very good players.
Slight bruise to the left there with the flag in the background.
Caleb McGilvery be kicking from just outside 50, directly in front of us in the broadcast position. Looking to get Campbell Town's 4th goal. Kicks on the way. It was always being hooked to the left-hand side. Just that little bit of extra distance might have just been his downfall. Through for a minor score. Campbell Town 3-2-20. Bothwell 6-4-40. Kick comes back into play. Underneath it was Ford. Eventually lays the tackle. Handball goes out. Good work off the ball there just to lay the shepherd and clear the pathway for the Rabbits. Unable to take the mark on that occasion. There was Matthews. Campbell just gets rid of the football at the last moment. Good tackle there from his direct opponent. Sokolski tries to get himself in a bit of space. He does. Gets the handball over the top to Rogers, who's met heavily by a couple of Robins. We'll have a stoppage in the middle of the ground. Ball's thrown up. Tap one down by Cocksharp. It's just a bit of a roving maul at the moment. Trying to get a kick away was Deuce. High up and under kick. Tough ball to mark, but doing really well there was the Campbell Town defender. Just held his ground. Quickly moved the ball on. Gets it out wide to Sam Thomas. Thomas sees something he likes, but ducking out in front. Brave stuff from Isles. Read that ball really well. And now has the ball in front of us. And he'll kick it inside 50 for the Rabbits, but not his best kick. Just falls short. Tough ball to mark. Brings the runners in at ground level as well. Moving their way through traffic are the Robins. A high ball to mark again. Well taken under duress.
Stacey.
Look likely today, Jordan Stacey.
Yeah, he's had plenty of it. Looking for some options up forward.
Spears one inside 50, and in the end it's just a little bit of kick to kick at the moment here. Just this part of the ground. Not team able to go any further. Mansell taking the mark in defence on that occasion. Just losing his footing at the crucial time was Ian Campbell, and it's punched over and out for a throw-in, far side of the ground. 11 and a half to go in the second quarter. It's a 20-point margin in favour of the Rabbits. One goal each across the opening stages of this second quarter.
Goals a bit hard to come by in the last 5 minutes or so.
Just a little bit of a stalemate around the ground at the moment. Still good, tough footy as this kick goes to a dangerous spot from Bone. The marks, not quite taken at the last moment. Good defensive pressure being applied by the Robins, and they eventually run out of tarmac over and out for a throw-in.
Yeah, someone Bryant at the back there nearly took the mark, didn't quite hold.
So the ball's thrown back into play. Taps one down. More central kick than he may have liked. Might open the door for the Rabbits. Big job to win here at ground level for the Robins. Hills buzzing about at ground level as he so often does. Gets it to Sokolski, who's met heavily in the tackle, and he's been pinned for holding the footy. Great defensive pressure. And yeah, the clamps really do need to be applied on Sokolski, don't they? If he gets a little bit of space, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, he can. That's right. If given space to operate, he can turn a game off his own boot basically. But Matty Carlisle there, one of the stalwarts from the Robins, last year's captain, did a good job there.
Mansell kicks it in the direction of Carr, who's got sticky hands today. Takes a good mark. Goes back off his mark to Carr. Just tuning in, 3 goals to his name. Needing to play the big role with Hayward out at forward of centre. That's a lovely kick, lace-out kick to Caleb McGilvery, who takes a good mark, sprawling out on his chest.
Yeah, Carr and Caleb McGilvery there, two key forwards who need to kick goals as the day goes on. Obviously, without Hayward, without his presence. So yeah, things looking better in the last few minutes.
So to cut the margin back to just 14 points. Right in front of the Bothwell faithful. McGilvery tied up against the pocket. Crosses the paint of 50. Gets on his right boot. Kicks on the way. Always just starting left and ended up staying left through for a minor score. So certainly creating some opportunities here. The Robins.
Yeah, they're certainly working hard. Just not quite getting the results on the scoreboard that they need.
Risley was sent into that football. Brings the runners in at ground level. Sokolski kicks it down the line. Tough ball to mark. No one able to do so. But the runners here for the Rabbits looking to surge the ball forward. Great stuff from Sokolski. Finds himself in a little bit of room. Cute kick into the pocket. Sets up his teammate who fumbled it in the first instance. Gets it back to Sokolski. A running goal. The second effort. Take him out. Jamie Sokolski, what a finish.
Yeah, second and third effort there. Was able to run with the ball and ultimately kick the goal. So definitely one of the key difference players there at the moment.
spoke about it in the earlier game today, the punishment for missing at one end and then conceding immediately at the other. That's exactly what's just happened here for the Robins. Sokolski, as you said, second effort, the third effort, the great run. He just has such an engine on him, and he made no mistake on that occasion. So 25 points in favour of the Rabbits. 7-4-46, plays 3-3-21. Just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Middle of the ground, good tackle laid, holding the football. Great pressure being applied here from Bothwell.
Couldn't quite get his kick away, Caden Dowse. He took it, but I think he dropped it, but didn't quite make it onto his foot.
Kick goes inside 50 now, flying high, back of the pack, unable to take the mark. Standing his ground there was Thomas. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Sokolski, first to arrive. Gets the handball back in. Interesting tackle, and it was a high tackle. So, free kick going the way of Bone. Bone opts to go centrally, although he has to go back off his mark, so we'll try that one again.
The Premiership magnet, they call him, Anthony. Played, I'm sure someone correct me if I'm wrong, but 2015 and 2014 he played with Oatlands and Mount Pleasant Premierships respectively, and then joined Bothwell in 2016, 17 and 18 was in the Premiership sides.
We'll certainly be hoping that continues this year, but they do need to get a win this afternoon to get a step closer to that reality. That one goes through for a minor score. He's been a super player for a long period of time.
Yes, indeed. And Bothwell, of course, with their three premierships, in 2016, 17 and 18. Missed the finals in 2019, and of course last year went down only by 7 points in the grand final to Mount Pleasant. So they're looking for some revenge this year, following that close loss in the decider last year.
Good kick into the middle of the ground, but the kick inside 50 just let the Rabbits down as Campbell Town repel. Risley does really well. Ollie Risley trying to trap the football, puts it out in front of himself and gets the handball away. Keeps the ball alive. Risley goes in low and hard. He's been impressive so far today. Quick kick out of the pack there from Bryant. Just pinballing around from just this 25-metre square of grass in front of us, broadcast side of the ground. Just needs someone to break this game open. Might just be the Robins who do that. Handball in favour of Campbell. He's got plenty of room to move. Campbell kicks it towards half forward, but not to the advantage of his forward, and the mark's taken there down back by Hales. Gets the kick away out in the direction of teammate and Higgins. Kicks inside 50. Good grab out in front. It's a really strong mark taken.
Tommy Matthews.
Matthews in the helmet. So, man on the mark is just outside 50. Just going to milk his time and set this up, really have a crack.
Yeah, does play in defence quite often, but
it's a long kick right to the goal line, sets up an opportunity. Hurried kick around the corner, it's through.
Jared Horn.
Great finish from Horn, and that was just a massive kick right towards the goal line. It just opened the door up for the opportunity for his forwards, and Bothwell can't do much wrong at the moment. They moved to 8-6-54. Campbell Town 3-3-21.
Yeah, Tommy Matthews there with good pair of hands, and Horn just out the back and snapped truly.
Yeah, really clever finish. He was being tackled as he kicked the football, but just had the core strength to get the kick away and made no mistake. It's tricky in that part of the ground. You often see players just probably getting a little confused as to where they are in context of the goals, but he just had the crafty goal sense, didn't he? Middle of the ground. It's going to be a free kick for high contact in favour of the Rabbits. Hurry kick goes inside 50, underneath it. Planting himself there and taking the mark was Thomas. Thomas brings the ball out. Going in hard, went in really low, probably drew that free kick.
Yes.
Knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes, I think he could see what was happening.
Clever stuff there from Miles, who kicks towards half forward. Not his best kick though, as Campbell Town bring it out of defence. Carr's the target, unable to take the mark. Risley does really well. Punches it back, but Carr emerges with the football. Great stuff from the big man. Loopy handball back inboard to Campbell. Campbell had to quickly get rid of the football before he was tackled. Sets his teammate a bit of a task, but Campbell comes in for the reinforcement. Kicks it out into space, and now it's a little bit of a foot race to see who can get there first. Looks like Bothwell have the numbers, they do. Making their way back through the guts. Go the Rabbits. Good kick in the direction of Shearing. Takes the mark. Jamie Shearing. Kicks it towards half forward. Unable to trap it on that occasion was Mansell. Support comes in the form of Jai Baldwin. Gets it out in front of himself and tries to get it on the second attempt. Tyler Ford, who's worked his way right up the ground. In the end, it runs out of tarmac, over and out for a throw-in.
Yeah, two fast, lanky lads there, Jai Baldwin and Tyler Ford.
Seeing Tyler in the flesh today, his work rate seems to be really impressive. He looks to work his way right up the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, incredibly versatile and can obviously kick goals if given the opportunity.
On the hands of Bryant, who kicks it towards half forward. Numbers there for the Robins. Rabbits trying to handball it back in to create another opportunity. Ball in dispute. Umpire will come in and intervene. Free kick. No, it won't be a free kick. They were just trying to claim that it was a free kick. We'll have a stoppage just outside attacking 50.
Campbell Town want to make sure here that the Rabbits don't get a late one. Minute 30 to go in the quarter.
It's a crucial period of the game, isn't it? At this point.
They might be out of jail.
Just milk a bit of time here. A minute 20 to go in the second quarter. It's a 33-point buffer. Kicks the ball down the line, flying over the top, unable to take the mark. Risley, clever little tap on. Shearing. Now kicks it to a spot. They might not be out of jail just yet, the Robins. High kick puts their defenders under the pump, just getting the handball out. A bit of traffic. Matthews wheels his way around one, tries to get the handball off. Meeting the wall at pace there was Hills, is wrapped up immediately. It's a sort of player to just get defenders nervous, I reckon, when he's buzzing around at ground level. Hills.
Yeah, a very effective player and always in amongst it.
Decisive punch. Handball there from Bone. Sets up an opportunity, finding himself in a little bit of space now. An opportunity for Isles. Kicks on the way. Missing to the left-hand side. So 20 seconds or so to go in the second quarter. Campbell Town just breathe a sigh of relief that went through for a minor score. They'll milk a bit of time here as the seconds tick down towards half-time of this semi-final.
Siren's about to go pretty much as soon as Jesse Arnold kicks this.
Arnold knows exactly what he's doing. Kicks the ball away as the siren sounds. 8-7, 55 Bothwell. They lead Campbell Town 3-3-21. Half-time of this big semi-final at the Bothwell Recreation Ground. As we've said a couple of times already, a spot in the grand final is on the line. A direct ticket through to the granny. Well, the loser will have to play a Tri-Bunner outfit, who were really impressive in their win over Mount Pleasant earlier today here at Bothwell. So 34-point margin. Bothwell just looked to be a little more polished and probably having more options to kick towards inside 50 across this opening half. Nick, what have you made of the opening half of this game?
Yeah, Bothwell have certainly shown that they are the undefeated sides in the competition. Minor Premier, of course, which is the reason we're up here at Bothwell today. And look, they've shown their class and their determination to get the ball and first to the ball. Plenty of pressure. Campbell Town not out of it. Freddie Burns got a bit of work to do there with the boys. They're certainly not out of it if they score early on in the third term. So it's a fascinating second half to come up.
It's interesting seeing Campbell Town just huddle on field to have a big chat before they go into the rooms. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers, then take a short break from commentary for Campbell Town. They've got 3 goals, and Ned Carr has 3 of them. He has been outstanding for them. For Bothwell, we've got 3 goals to the coach Matthew Bird, 2 to James Kulski, singles to Horn, Ford, and also to Higgins. So half-time here, Bothwell in a good position, but a big second half coming up. 8-7-55 the Rabbits. Campbell Town 3-3-21. You are tuned into the ODFA semi-final live stream thanks to Harrison Agents. We'll take a break here for half-time. Second half action coming up next.
I'll get another one in a minute.
You don't have to go down. Come here. Right. Can't you go down? mate. Here you go, hold on. Hey, boys.
See you later. Yes, yes indeed.
Any idea whether 2002 one might be? I know you said 2001 is probably cool.
Yeah, I can't life of me actually remember ever so I've been really glad for 6 years anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Just can't life of me remember.
We've got the following like in a roster game or something. Would have been presented. That's usually what they do, but I can ask Todd just there's a chance that might be, but I can't remember.
Chips containers in the big field. They should have been cutting them in half.
wave blue flags.
Hey, I'm on AFL. Yeah, can't you play?
Welcome back to the Bothwell Recreation Ground. Half-time in this semi-final between the Bothwell Rabbits and the Campbell Town Robins, and it's a 34-point margin in favour of the hosts here. 8-7-55 plays Campbell Town at 3-3-21. An entertaining first half of football, but really Bothwell just seem to be the team that's playing with more confidence and probably just being a little bit cleaner around the ground. Nick Finlay.
Yeah, indeed. Look, they're able to get the ball, with ease, move it quickly. Their forward sort of drives tend to result in scoring shots of some sort. So interesting second half coming up though.
Big second half coming up as the umpire raises the ball off to get things underway. A bit of work to do here for the Robins to try and get themselves back into this contest. Hurried kick along the ground towards half forward, trying to trap the football. And doing so successfully there was Isles, worked his way back into a dangerous spot. Kicks it inside 50, underneath the football though. Strong grab taken.
Sammy Thomas has been very, very reliable in defence.
Has been. Thomas goes short to Mansell.
First year at Campbell Town this year. He's played at Brighton and Oatlands in previous years.
Famous Tasmanian sporting name, isn't it, Mansell?
Yes.
Goes further wide into Viney. Gets rid of the football. Kicks it to half forward, coming in.
Hello.
Horn just to impact the contest. Does well, but Campbell Town with a nice little bit of overlap run. Get the ball to half forward.
Hello.
Tim Hall taking him up.
Yep, needs to get himself in the game, get on the scoreboard. He's very, very important player in the forward half for the Robins throughout the year.
Centering ball here in the car direction, unable to take the mark, but at ground level it's still a chance here for the Robins. If he can just get a kick off the ground, he can't. The Rabbits have the numbers around the ball. Carr keeps the ball in play. Chance here, tied up against the pocket. Good mark taken on the last line of defence by Jetson. Moves the ball on relatively quickly, looking for a teammate who's unable to complete the transaction. Over and out.
Pleasing to see Jetson back on the field after his knock earlier on in the game. Obviously, was cleared to go back on again by the medical staff.
It was really early doors, wasn't it? First 2-3 minutes of the contest. Great to see him back out there. Ball's thrown in. Campbell, hurried kick towards the opposing pocket. Tim Hall's there. And then just going to be pinned for holding the football. Great defensive pressure being applied by the Rabbits. I look to switch the football here. Kick goes out wide, but just filling the hole and taking the mark. Good grab taken by Rory Mansell, who has worked his way right up the ground.
Yeah, Jackie Jenkins there did well to win the free kick from Tim Hall, but unfortunately let himself down with a kick across the face of goals, and Mansell going for goal now.
So he'll be kicking from just outside 50. Mansell setting himself up. Kick is on the way, right towards the goal line. Just had bounced in play, but eventually goes over and out. So left forward pocket with a throw in, tied up against the behind post. Just tuning in to today's action. This is the second of two semi-finals at the Bothwell Rec Ground, with Tribunner taking the chocolates earlier on. Shot out of the contest. Fantastic stuff. That's great goal awareness. And making no mistake. Was that, I think it might have been Carr again.
I think it might have been Carr. I didn't actually quite see it, but I believe it might have been. I think he bobbed up and snapped around his body on his right foot. And that's 4 goals. 4 goals for Ned and for the team. They remain in it.
It was a clever finish from the stoppage, and as you said, it's a goal they really needed. Get the first goal of the second half and just breathe a little bit of life to their quest. They're 4-3-27, Bothwell 8-7-55. Of course, 25-minute black quarters. Played almost 4 minutes now. Ball's thrown up. The ruck now we get a clear advantage. Campbell, his head over the football at the bottom of the pack. Clearly didn't have the football and wanted to make sure the umpire was aware of it as well. We'll have a stoppage again inside the centre circle.
Yeah, nothing gets past Phil Linnell. Very fair umpire.
Ball's thrown up. Punch down. Again, just a bit of a rinse and repeat at the moment inside the centre of the ground. Well, it's just cooled off a little bit, but sun, probably the most sun we've had all day at the venue. Fantastic day for footy and ground in terrific condition. Big thanks to Bothwell Footy Club for hosting this today. Thanks to the ODFA for putting on a terrific day as well. This live stream being brought to you by the ODFA and proud sponsor Harrison Agents, supporting the competition throughout season 2022 as the Rabbits methodically move their way inside 50. Mark not quite taken, it just bounced on the ground. Chance here for Bothwell. Handball goes out, high up and under towards goal. Is it going to be through? It will be. Terrific finish from Jared Horn.
Yeah, quick hands there from the co-captain Simon Bryant, and hands over to Horn, and yeah, high snap, and got it in.
Yeah, clever finish. So that's his second goal of the contest. They move to 9-7-61. Get the response back, and that's probably been, don't have the goal graph in front of us, Nick, but I reckon every time Campbell Town have kicked a goal, seems like the very next one's come within a matter of minutes from Bothwell. They've just had the response every time.
Yes.
And just ensured that Campbell Town haven't been able to generate a whole lot of momentum. Tap down, middle of the ground. Skalski floating around the outskirts and then eventually lays the tackle. Holding the football as the umpire's call. Pinned on that occasion, there was Groves.
Yeah, Lockie Groves.
Skalski trying to base his way into a 50-metre penalty. Short kick, sets a real task for his teammate, Isles, who made a good fist of it and eventually gets back to his feet and just barrels it towards half forward. That's a great mark. Outstanding mark from Blair McGilvery. Floating across. That's it. Hold his ground and did really well.
Yeah, very, very impressive mark there on the halfback line.
He opts to go in the direction of Arnold. Arnold cuts back inboard. Nice change of angle. Opens the ground right up for them. Ball on the hands of Lockie Groves. A scrappy kick, but his teammate is up to the task. Kick in the direction now of Peter Goss. Goss fends the ball out further wide. They'll look to now bang the ball inside 50 to the Robins. To a hot spot, plenty of players flying. It's that man again, Carr. He's so impressive in the air. 4 goals to his name so far. We'll have a look at his 5th, and he's got all 4 of Campbell Town's goals to this point. He's doing a lot of heavy lifting down there for them.
He certainly is. Working extremely hard. Dare I say, without him, they wouldn't have much of a score.
So here comes the focal point, Carr. Can he kick his 5th? The umpire has to do a fair bit of movement in the end, a little too much, through for a minor score. So they do look so dangerous when the ball is in Carr's vicinity, but as you said, Nick, they just need to find some other avenues to go.
Absolutely.
Big ball to win. Scrapping away at ground level. Arnold gets the handball out. Opens up the door. McGilvery stops, props, massages the ball towards half forward. Just stays in the field of play and a good mark taken.
Straight to his brother.
A couple of McGilvery's linking up. Ooh, that's not his best kick. It will eventually stay in the field of play and bounce over. Probably didn't quite execute the way he would have liked, but they'll probably take that after how it looked when it immediately left the boot.
Yeah, certainly had good intentions. Didn't quite execute there. Made it pretty hard for Timmy Hall.
So right forward pocket stoppage. Good opportunity here for the Robins. Carr just bustles his way through, doing the roving as well. Fends a handball out to a teammate, right to the goal line. Mark taken on the very last line of defence.
Housey.
Good stuff there for the Rabbits. And a long kick outside defensive 50. Opens the ground right up now. If the Rabbits can just get control of the footy. Seem to be struggling to do so. Another stoppage. Of course, next week's prelim, Nick, where will that one be played?
Yeah, at Oatlands next Saturday, 1:30. That's where that one will be, and the grand final then the following week at the same time at the same venue.
Fantastic couple of big weeks of footy coming up in the ODFA. It's been a terrific day today. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the final series pans out. Of course, the grand final will also be live streamed thanks to Harrison Agents on the AFL Tas YouTube channel. Great tackle pressure there from the Robins. Just one tackle after the other, eventually rewarded with a free kick. Kick goes back inboard, fronts Campbell. Mustachioed Ian Campbell, one of the stars of the competition.
Lewis with his 50th game today. Congratulations to him. Just taking the mark there.
A big game for a milestone, isn't it? A semi-final. Hurried kick away, sitting underneath the football. Jared Lewis once again. Lewis kicks in the direction of Carr. Great defensive effort over the top, getting the fist away from the immediate area. The umpire has called the ball for a stoppage. Good stuff there from Hales. Didn't quite get the purchase on the punch he would have liked. So the ball still moving up around to the phone box, but good explosive stuff out of the stoppage there from Carlisle to a dangerous spot. Just on the teeth of goal, but patting it through for a minor score comfortably. There was Rose.
Damien Rose, president of the club. He works very hard to keep the wheels in motion behind the scenes. One of the few presidents that actually do play for the club.
Yeah, so many terrific club servants, I suppose, across the ODFA competition. As we've talked about a couple of times. We'll hopefully have a chat with Association President Brian O'Reilly a little bit later on, but the competition is certainly in a terrific spot with some really dedicated and passionate club people around the traps as well.
Yes, Brian, of course, has made his mark on some commercial radio segments throughout the year in southern Tasmania, which he thoroughly enjoys, and I'll be worried if we actually manage to get him off the microphone, Anthony, at three-quarter time when we talk to him, but we'll see how we go.
I think he'll relish the chance to have a chat with Brian. He's doing a fantastic job. He's ambassador of the competition. Rabbits bring the ball out of defence. Punch over the top, but the mark was already taken. To the pleasure of the Campbell Town faithful, have made the trip. Good Bothwell support, particularly inside the club rooms here. Really good atmosphere as the handball comes back inboard. Just banging the ball towards half forward, a real barrel of a kick. Arnold does well for Campbell Town, holding his ground, but the pressure's coming in waves at the moment from the Rabbits. Just gets the handball out, just getting his handball away was Thomas, and they link up through the middle of the ground. Campbell now with a little bit of room, just got his kick away, but he was bumped as he kicked the football. The umpire said it would be a downfield free kick.
It's a bit high as he was kicking it.
So Carl will take the kick. He kicks it beautifully inside 50. Lace-out kick. And finds McGilvery.
Yeah, opportunity here for him to kick his first goal of the game.
I reckon we're looking at the scoreboard here, and it's a 2-1 against for either side across this quarter, but it just feels like Campbell Town have probably had the run of play for the last 5-6 minutes or so. They just haven't been able to capitalise.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a story of the game, I guess, where they've worked hard in for periods of the game, but just haven't quite got the scoreboard impact, unfortunately. But Caleb McGilvery here has a big opportunity.
McGilvery's kick is on the way, and he sprays it to the right. So let off the hook there, the Rabbits. Campbell Town creating opportunities, but struggling to capitalise at the moment. 4-6-30, plays 9-7-61. Flying high and able to take the mark there for the Rabbits. Eventually the ball goes over and out. He just looks a little sore there to Scott Bone.
Scotty Bone and
still down.
Lockie Groves, bit of a knock, I think, in that particular contest. Scotty Bone got up very high.
Yeah, the umpire's just called a stop, I think. He immediately grabbed at his knee.
Yeah, knee might have collided with Lockie Groves, potentially.
Yeah, fingers crossed he's okay. looks very ginger at the moment. Good to see he's immediately being supported from the field, but yeah, hopefully he's okay, of course. Regardless of the result today, there's more football to be played for both of these teams this year. As you've said a couple of times, he's just a really integral member of this club and this association.
Absolutely.
So fingers crossed he's okay as the ball's thrown back into play. Tap over the top is from Mansell. Hills at the bottom of the pack, extracts the football. Kicks it more centrally. Bird. Handballs back to Hills. Great run from him, who just takes the game on, but he's met by a couple of Robins and they'll be rewarded. Terrific defensive pressure, and I think the one laying the tackle there was the skipper, Lockie Groves, who's been involved in a couple of really heavy impact collisions in the last minute or so, really trying to carry this team on his back.
Absolutely. He's absolutely trying to get some momentum going and taking some knocks along the way.
So Groves sets the ball up. It's a really high up and under with the sit. Mansell unable to take the mark, but he will be rewarded with a free kick. So just working their way down the field methodically here, the Robins. Centrally, good kick. Works out okay. Will this be a penalty? It will be. Sokalski infringes. And they're just starting to turn the screws a little bit here, the Robins. They can capitalise here. Just get some reward for their hard work and their effort. Anything's possible.
Must convert here. Peter Goss.
Goss quickly moves the ball on, sees something he likes, bouncing ball, just stays inside the field of play, and Bothwell will be pretty content to rush it through for a point. Ooh. Holding the footy. Holding the football is the umpire's call. So another opportunity here for the Robins. The ball in the hands of Tim Hall. Now he's a crafty operator. No, they've reversed it to a minor score. Wasn't aware that it had gone over the line, so just teasing the Campbell Town faithful there. Through for a point. 4-7 plays 9-7. And this quarter is now 1 goal to Bothwell and 1 goal 4 to Campbell Town. Hills takes the mark. Being issued a challenge here of the Rabbits. They're holding up relatively well. Gets it off to Risley. Risley to Cockshut. Cockshut down the line. McGilvery gets a hand into it. Eventually the ball goes over and out for a throw in. This is a really, we've got, 8.5 minutes to go in this third quarter, Nick. This is a fascinating period of the game. It feels like this is probably Campbelltown throwing their absolute best at this contest, and they just need to get some reward for their effort.
Absolutely. This is their time, right here and now. They need to continue to apply this pressure and convert on the scoreboard as well.
Hills with a clever little tap over the top to Cockshut. Just fumbling at the last moment. There was Goss, opens the door, but the Robins win the football back. Campbell kicks into the middle of the ground, taking the mark comfortably. There was Shearing. Shearing kicks it to where it came from. That's a really good mark over the top there from Blair McGilvery. Just timed his run and jump really well. Risky kick in the middle of the ground, trying to take some risks and open this game up here are the Robins, and it may just pay dividends.
Done beautifully.
Campbell, a beneficiary of some hard work there from Carlisle. Ball eventually rolls over the 50-metre arc. Umpire will take it, so they just need to strike while the iron's hot here, the Robins. 30 points the difference, but if you're just tuning in to watch this quarter without the scoreboard being there, you'd feel like it's a much closer game, or even a game in favour of the Robins. Campbell with the hurried kick. Yeah, clever little kick off the ground there from Risley. Didn't quite work out in the end. It's still dangerous spot here for the Bothwell defenders. Ball still in play for the Robins. Shearing, desperate stuff at ground level. Eventually sees it go over the line. Exchanges a few pleasantries with Aaron Smith. Umpire will throw the ball back into play. Carr doing the ruck work. Wins the tap down. Sokalski just overruns it slightly. Now running through the other way is Corey Jetson. Beautiful kick from him. Opens the ground right up. Stacey. Stacey kicks in the direction of something he liked. That's a really strong mark taken by Horn. He had to be brave. Held his ground well. Gets back to his feet. Kicks the ball to half forward.
Justin Brown, Association Best and Fairest Award winner from last year. Hasn't had a massive impact, but
Just chips this ball into the pocket, trying to trap it. Opportunity here for the Rabbits. Bird centering kick, just overrunning the football slightly. There was Thomas. Opens the door for the Bothwell small forwards. Around the corner, flying shot on goal. It's through. You just talked about him. Justin Brown hits the scoreboard.
Take it all back.
And that is a goal against the general flow of play, and that really hurts the Robins.
That does hurt. That does hurt a lot. 36 points now margin, and Justin Brown kicking over his shoulder there. Very reliable when it comes to kicking goals.
It was a clever finish, wasn't he? He just took the onus upon himself and backed himself, screwed it over the corner, and made no mistake. Big goal in the context of this game. Takes it out to 36 points, as you said, Nick. And the pressure's well and truly now on the Robins. They've been surging and peppering the goal face, but just weren't able to capitalise, and Both will go the other end and go bang. Hills just punches the ball on. Good stuff through traffic, but a heavy tackle has been laid. The umpire will take the ball inside the middle of the ground. 5 minutes to go in this third term. Carr doing the ruck work. Wins it down. High kick towards half forward. Bounces at a right angle. Just caught everyone unawares. Brown starting to get his hands on the football after observation before there, Nick. He's really responded to the challenge as they go inside 50 now, the Rabbits. A couple of players fly. Good, excellent stuff at ground level. Expert roving. The goal's kicked by Jared Horn. Read that ball magnificently, made no mistake, and the Rabbits, they're up and about at Bothwell.
Yeah, Jared Horn again there, pretty polished. No stranger to kicking goals up here in the Central Highlands.
It was a clever finish. That's just A-grade small forward craft, isn't it? Really got himself in the right position to feed off the crumbs and made no mistake.
Yeah, I've been involved with the club for many years. The Horn name, of course, synonymous with football in this region.
Ball in the middle. A kick towards half forward. Shearing standing tall, the umpire will come in and intervene. 42 points the difference. Carr, clever tap over the top. Ball is still bouncing around in dispute. Hurried kick away. Back into the middle of the ground. Campbell traps the football. Gets it over the top to a teammate there in Hammond. Inside 50, an opportunity now for the Robins. Shot on goal. It's through. They needed that one. A lovely finish. Really good stuff there from Aaron Smith, I think it was. Smart finish from him. And Campbell Town finally get their fifth. And as you said, they've had periods of really being on top in this contest. Just haven't been able to capitalise, hopefully for their sake. It just breathes a little bit of life and a little bit of confidence into into what they're trying to do this afternoon.
Absolutely, Anthony. Yeah, if they can just string another quick one before the three-quarter time break, then they can definitely hang in. But yeah, it's going to be pretty tough going for them in the last quarter.
So back to 36 points in the middle of the ground. Carr flies high. It was at ground level. Pumps the ball inside 50. Coming across the front. It's a good mark taken. Moves the ball on quickly, says Campbell. He's had plenty of the football once again today. Opts to go one way, thinks about going the other. And in the end, just dishes the handball off. Middle of the ground, mark not quite taken. There by Baldwin. The umpire's spotted something. Stoppage inside the middle of the ground. Bothwell, surge forward once again, sitting underneath it, almost taking the mark there. Brave man to stand underneath that football. able to take the mark. Ball still in dispute. The umpire will call for that one, just inside the attacking 50. Minute and a half to go in this third quarter. Decisively one down. Opportunity here for Bothwell. Dancing their way through a little bit of traffic, blazing away, but that one well and truly out of bounds on the full. So it is a 36-point ball game in favour of the Bothwell Rabbits at the moment. Minute to go in the third term. Just wait for it will be brought back into play. Left forward pocket. Dangerous spot here for the Robin defenders. Carr taps it on the second go. Plenty of bodies around this football. The umpire will take it back once again. Brown involved once more. Sunshine bathing Bothwell Recreation Ground at the moment. As we tick towards the final stages of this third quarter. That's a really strong tackle. Holding the football on that occasion there, Shearing. Nice work by Carlisle.
Just need to be a sensible kick here just to maintain possession the last dying seconds.
It was a moment of risk in that kick there, but Campbell was up to the task. They'll move their way down the wing, and that will be all she wrote for the third quarter of this semi-final. Unless they can quickly get a kick and a mark away, they won't. An entertaining quarter of football that Campbell Town certainly threatened throughout, but Bothwell may go into this final change with a handy lead. 11-7-73, plays 5-7-37. Entertaining game. We'll just run through the goal kickers and then we'll have a chat with Brian O'Reilly about all things ODFA as we head into the final term. Bothwell, 3 goals to Jared Horn, 3 to Matthew Bird, 2 to Jamie Sokolski. Higgins also with 1, Tyler Ford with 1, and Justin Brown with 1. While for Campbelltown, 4 goals to Ned Carr, and then that late goal that also came through Smith as well. So, entertaining game of football, but Bothwell well and truly in control as we head into the final term. 11-7-73 to 5-7-37. Fantastic to have Brian O'Reilly in the commentary box with us. Brian, firstly, thank you for jumping in, and it's fantastic to be here on such a big day for the association. Two semi-finals is always a huge day for any competition.
It's probably the best football for the whole year, the first semi-final day. And last year there was some fantastic football, and hopefully it continues today. They've been a little bit one-sided, but still good standard football. And as you can see by the crowd here today, country football is still very much alive.
Absolutely, it's been a magnificent day for us. This Bothwell facility is a fantastic place for obviously the Rabbits to play, but for a day like today with 2 games back-to-back, the ground's in really good condition. Fantastic to have the scoreboard, and as you said, the crowds are coming in. It's a really positive sign for local footy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and it's a struggle for all country towns to keep it going. And, if you're not here today, where are you? So you might as well, and the same applies in the middle of the winter. The only social event in a lot of these towns is going to the football, and that's what we'd like to encourage. And I think we're the only league that's actually had an expansion in the last couple of years. And while the 2 expansion sides that come back in haven't performed that well on the ground, they've had teams on the side every week, no forfeits. And I know they're both very supportive about going into next season.
I know Nick and I were talking before, Brian, obviously the challenges of 2020 and COVID are well documented, the competition having the year off. It came back in a really strong way last year with a fantastic season. As you said, now the expansion, it seems like the competition's really going from strength to strength over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, and it takes a lot of work by committees and communities to keep it going. And COVID's impacted. I think most sides have had people out and all that, but we've worked through that, and we've only got 2 games to go, and we've got through another season, which is at the start of the year we might not have that, so it's good.
Yeah, fantastic, and it seems to be a really, as you mentioned before, a really high quality of football that's being played, particularly at this time of year. These are the best teams in the competition going head to head. There seems to be really high quality of football that's being played week in, week out as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's the first we've done this too, the live streaming and all that, and a lot of that's to do with Harrison Agents coming on board as our sponsors. And they've helped us with several things, and we've been able to put this on. And I don't think it's affected the crowd at all today. If you're a Bothwell supporter, you're here. And so the standard football in 2 weeks' time, you blokes will be back again. and we'll be able to put that on display as well.
Absolutely, no. Looking forward to that as well. It's we've seen that Bothwell have been obviously the pace setter across the course of the season. Look to be doing it again today. Do you just see them as being the team to beat heading across the last couple of weeks of finals footy?
They are, but there's been several times. I know Mount Pleasant were within 10 points on both one occasion. They probably should have lost a couple of games through the year, but they haven't. And speaking from history, Mount Pleasant went through the year last year undefeated and nearly got rolled in the grand final. So there's a lot of people will be saying here over the next week and afterwards, I wish we'd lost games through the season. So
it's an amazing thing, pressure, isn't it? Especially when you haven't lost a game all year, and then that's right. Getting through to the grand final without a loss under your belt can be a bit dangerous sometimes. But what about you, Brian? Your first year as president of the association. How have you how have you enjoyed the role?
Oh well, basically someone had to do it, didn't they? And like I strapped for the Mount Pleasant, and it came to the fact that I love Mount Pleasant. So for Mount Pleasant to survive, it had to survive in the ODFA. Because there's no way Mount Pleasant would get reserves or amalgamate. We couldn't amalgamate with Bothwell or anyone like that. So it was a matter for us to keep as a single team comp that we had to have the ODFA going, and we had to have a strong ODFA. And with the support of the AFL, and they've been very good, and new sponsorship and a bit more drive from the executive of the ODFA, everything's pretty good.
Fantastic, Brian. No, it's been a pleasure being here today, and thank you for having us here, and congratulations on the year that's ahead, and best of luck for the coming weeks. A big final series coming up.
All right. Best and fairest on Monday night too.
Best and fairest on Monday, and we'll make sure we get Tubes Taylor up here for a final soon as well.
All right. Can we get someone better than him or not?
We'll put the call out. Put the call out, Tubes. Got to lift your game. Thanks, Brian.
Okay.
Thank you to Brian O'Reilly for having a chat with us here on the AFL Taz live stream of this game, 3/4 time. That's the recreation ground, and fascinating game of football. Bothwell certainly in a strong position at the moment. 11-7-73 leading Campbell Town 5-7-37 as the final quarter is about to get underway, but I think Brian probably summed it up well, didn't he, Nick? That a lot of hard work goes into this from every single club and obviously from the association itself. And I guess when it comes to finals, it's a great chance to really celebrate the year that's been and celebrate the competition.
Yeah, spot on. Look, to go from 5 teams to 7 teams this year with the addition of Oatlands and Woodsdale, as Brian said, was fantastic. Yes, their on-field performance may not have been quite up to par with other teams, but they'll improve next year. Each of the clubs, there's still talk of Swansea, of course, who are still affiliated with the competition. There's talk here of their return next year. Paul Hugo's in the crowd here today. Had a brief chat to him, which is good. The president of the Swansea club. So yeah, things can only improve again next year.
Absolutely. Here in the semi-final, marks taken, half back. Hurried kick down the line as the Rabbits just look to move the ball towards half forward. The mark's taken. It's a good one. That man there being Jared Horn. 3 goals to his name so far. Just chips the ball into the pocket. Good grab taken by Bird. Started the game on fire with 3 majors. A solid contributor since. He kicks the ball towards the goal square. It's going to bounce through. It does. Bird has 4. And the Bothwell Rabbits continue their run, the perfect start to the final term.
Not sure he was actually going for goal there, Bird, but certainly got into the goal square, and the ball just did the rest of the work, basically. It bounced through. And unfortunately, no defender from Campbell Town there, sort of on the back line.
Yeah, his hands going up probably gave the impression that he was a little bit surprised of the fact that the goal went through. But yeah, magnificent finish from him. Shout out to our man Tubes Taylor, we're just talking about, just admiring Brian O'Reilly's work on the stream. I think he was straight on the message, and he's probably just getting his CV and his application ready to try and jump in on the live stream. So we come back into the middle of the ground. Neither ruckman able to get a clear advantage. Ball to win in the middle. Good stuff running through there by Bryant. Kicks it towards half forward, running back with the flight. Mark not quite taken there by Byrne. Hurried kick away. Ball to win here at half back for the Robins. Paul lets it roll and eventually will come in and intervene. Tap one down. Handball's out in the direction of Lockie Groves. Campbell scrapping away. Ball goes back, and now a kick goes inside 50 now for the Rabbits. Horn moves the ball on. Great stuff through traffic there from Campbell Town. That was really well done under a bit of pressure. Kick goes out in the direction of Baldwin. Can he trap the football? He does eventually. Stops, props, and now chips the ball towards half forward. Carr's the target, and Carr takes the mark. Carr centrally to Campbell.
Good awareness there not to play on Campbell. He had two Bothwell players bearing down on him.
And Campbell sets it up inside 50. Good defensive efforts there for the Rabbits, getting themselves in the front position. A high up and under towards the goal square with the sit. Unable to take the mark, but a kick off the ground is through.
Timmy Hall.
Terrific finish from Tim Hall. We've talked about it a bit today, how crafty he is forward of centre, and he made no mistake there and kind of made the most of his half opportunity.
Jesse Arnold too moved up to the forward line. Bit of a change there from Freddie. Yeah, they need to string another one or two together pretty quick, and still with 21 minutes to go, there's a bit of time still to elapse.
Certainly is. I wouldn't say it's a multi just yet for Bothwell. It's a nice, clever finish, and they'll just hope to ride a bit of momentum over the next couple of minutes and just try and cause some headaches. At the very minimum, if they don't get up today, if they can finish this game well, they'll go into next week's clash full of confidence if they do need to play next week. Handball goes out wide. Bothwell chip towards half forward, but a strong mark taken out in front there by Byrne.
Yeah, Carter Byrne, part of the leadership group with the Robins. A bit of reward for effort, sticking with the club over the years.
Coming through the other way now. Bothwell, ball towards half forward. Chipping kick, had to stop and prop for a little while there, but Montavani took the mark. Launch the ball down the line towards half forward. Ball goes over the top and eventually bounces out for a throw in. So 20 minutes to go in this one. 6 goals the difference. Quality game of football. Ball's thrown in. Carr doing the ruck work. Dancing through a little bit of traffic now. Go the Rabbits. Shearing, unable to take the mark, but heavily.
Back to Hills.
Now Hills, who certainly looks likely whenever he's got ball in hand, doesn't he? It's Bothwell now. Wheel and go. Kicking towards 50. Just bounces crudely for Burb. Coming in the other way was Brown. Just gets his kick away outside of the boot. Clever kick, Brown. Knew he didn't have much room to move. Just used the check side on the right. Sets up an opportunity for a teammate.
Yeah, Darby and Rose here going for goal.
So Damien Rose. Opportunity to kick Bothwell away once again. Kicks on the way. Umpire has to do a fair bit of work, and that one misses through for a minor score. $12.8 80. 6-7 43. Kick comes in to Thomas. Sets a bit of a task. Up to it though. Well, the Rabbits are shearing. Bustles his way through. Finds Brown. Brown with a really quick handball. Slick stuff from Bothwell. Shot just missing to the right. On that occasion. That one was Simon Bryant. Some really clever handball there from Brown. He had to have rapid hands, and exactly what they were.
Yeah, very clever Justin Brown.
Great mark taken there from Carr, who's been so impressive today.
Absolute standout for the Robins, without a doubt.
Kicks into the middle of the ground. A lovely kick from him. Finds Groves, his skipper. Groves' kick sets really it up for the Bothwell player. Coming the other way. Mark has been paid. Just held it long enough. Jared Lewis. See game 50 today. Lewis to Carr.
great story having Jared Lewis back on the field. He copped a nasty injury last year at this ground early in the year, which unfortunately was a season-ending injury, but great to have him back.
It's a lovely kick from Carr inside 50, just out on a platter for Caleb McGilvery. He's had a few looks at goal today, but hasn't been able to make the most of all of his opportunities. McGilvery. Kicking from right on 50. Kicks on the way and he kicked it to the left, through for a minor score. Chip kick into the pocket. It's Hales who is tugging the boundary line. In the end, goes a little over
into the wet area.
There's a nice little bit of techers there from the man on the boundary rope. Just stuck his foot out and chipped it back into play. Very nice. McGilvery moves the ball on. Launches it to the teeth of goal. Great mark. Outstanding grab. Just stuck the Dukes up, and he is a really impressive young player. Carr stops, props, kicks his fifth. Fantastic performance from him. That's a magnificent mark, and his marking we've talked about a little bit, but his efforts at ground level have also been impressive. He's really the complete package from a Campbell Town perspective, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. No, able to mark. You know, it looks like he's doing it with ease. Basically, sticks his hand up, and the ball tends to stick there. So, but his work rate is extremely high. A great addition to the Campbell Town side this year. Went back and kicked that goal very quickly, knowing full well that there's only 15 and a half minutes to go, and 5 goals in us. If they can string together another one within the next few minutes, they're right back in it.
Ball to win here, middle of the ground. Skalski finds a target. Hassett's kick goes into the pocket. It's a bit of a task for his coach in Bird, who's up to it though. Lays the tackle, should draw a stoppage right forward pocket. He does. Minutes to go in this one. Good body work there from McGilvery. Kicks the ball out of defence. Mark not quite taken, almost taken by Hammond. Hurried kick around the corner there from Hills. Going the other way is Arnold. Running back with a flight. That's really brave from both players. The umpire pays the free kick to the Rabbits. That was really brave stuff. There might be a free kick going the way of Campbell Town.
Yeah, Aaron Smith.
Yeah. That was a heart and mouth moment. Both players going at great speed for that ball. Sokolski takes the mark. Sokolski's kick. It's a short one on. Finds Rogers. Rogers back to Sokolski. Like Sokolski, when the game was probably at his hottest early on, he was probably the standout performer on the field.
Absolutely.
He laid the platform for them, didn't he? Lucky. It's a good mark over the top. Laycock launches the ball towards goal, running back though, comfortable mark taken. As the Robins look to reload. Look to now execute the switch to the visitors. Just goes through the hands of the intended target there in Baldwin. Bouncing around, nice stuff there from Jetson. As you said, went off early in the piece. Great to see him back out there. Goes towards half forward, and Rabbits just taking a bit of time out of this one where they can as well. Probably clever gameplay.
Joshy Isles here, I'm pretty sure, lining up for goal, just outside the 50.
Kicking from, about 60 metres out. It's going to take a massive kick. It goes a fair way, but it was always going to fall short. Comfortable mark taken. Now the Robins are away. Kick out towards us in the broadcast position. Mark taken there by Goss. Goss back in board. Dowse. Douse's kick. To a real 50-50. Now the runners come in at ground level. Hills. Kicks it in the direction. A couple of teammates. The Rabbits have a bit of time. Beckoning for players to set up long with Hales. Kick will roll over and out for a throw in. Just to the right of the Campbell Town interchange bench. Great to see a lot of the Tribunner and Mount Pleasant players and supporters and others staying around as well. Nick, fantastic when you got a double header for people to stick around and enjoy the footy.
Absolutely, yeah. No, there's a great deal of respect across all of the teams in the competition, and obviously for two different reasons, Tribunner and Mount Pleasant hanging around. Mount Pleasant to sort of unwind a bit, and Tribunner to focus on who they're going to play next week, which at this stage you would have to say is Campbell Town, but 11 and a half minutes still to go, but it is a fair deficit.
Great stuff there from McGilvery. It's been impressive today. Uses the check side kick. Carr from behind. Takes the grab. Dishes the handball off straight away. Just Carr. They look to launch an attack here. Do the Robins. A couple of players over on the football. Ford able to trap it. Nice kick back inboard to Isles. Isles. The high long ball out wide. The umpire's going to pay the mark. He will. In favour of the Robins. Taking the advantage there was Lewis. Kicks it towards half forward, but he's now calling for the ball to come back, I believe. Might not have been the advantage once thought. So we'll go back to Sam Thomas on the wing. Opposite side of the ground to us.
Yeah, I think it was a mark as opposed to a free, so can't have advantage from a mark.
Thomas launches the ball towards half forward. Ford just got himself underneath the football. Kick towards the interchange gates. Trying to trap it. Unable to do so there with Bothwell. Over and out for a throw in. Good atmosphere here at the ground. Plenty of cars in, particularly on this broadcast side. A number of people in the grandstand behind us as well. Brown launches a kick. Comfortably taken in the end there by Lewis, who just had a really good second half, I reckon.
Yeah, he certainly stepped up in the second half. The team needing though to have made a bit more of an impact probably in the first half on the scoreboard. It's learning they can take away hopefully for next week.
Through the middle of the ground go the Rabbits. Isles kicks inside 50, a beautifully weighted pass. Finds his coach in Matthew Bird. Beautiful stuff from the Rabbits.
Yeah, no, bombed it in long. Bird there, very, very capable marker. Going back and shooting for his fifth.
There will be 3 in the opening term, 1 already in this final quarter as well. Gilt-edged opportunity here for him to join Ned Carr with 5 goals this afternoon.
Yeah, Matty Bird's kicked 11 on one occasion and 6 on 2 other occasions this year. So a 5-goal haul is, although I speak too soon.
Both put the mockers on him, I reckon, there.
We did.
Through for a minus. Certainly is. 8.5 to go. 12-10 plays 6-8. 7-8, I should say. Skalski with ball in hand. Kicking half away from goal. Takes his allotted time, assesses his options thoroughly. Now bombs it towards the goal square. A couple of players fly, no one able to take it cleanly. Strong tackle laid, and the umpire's going to pay it. Free kick going the way of the Rabbits. So an opportunity now for Bothwell to take this lead to beyond 40 points.
Yeah, Darren Hassett here going for goal. That'll be his first for the day.
Hassett sets himself on his left boot. Beautiful kick for goal. Party time now for the Rabbits. They get there. So that takes them to another goal this afternoon. A fantastic performance from them. They've been the superior side for really the majority of the contest. A couple of moments where Campbell Town have really threatened to work their way into the game, but just weren't able to take their opportunities. And at the other end of the ground, Bothwell have certainly done that. 13-10-88 plays Robins 7-8-50.
Yeah, no, full credit to Bothwell. They've played the game on their terms. Have had a lot of pressure, sort of on the ball, and able to run all day. They're a very fit side, very physical side, and full marks to them. Look, they're on their way to the grand final in 2 weeks' time. They of course made the grand final last year. Had to go the long way, but this year straight there, so they'll enjoy the week off, and take aim for their first premiership since 2018 when Bradley Chaplin led them to that flag and the 2017 one in fact. Their success can continue.
Jack Hills hoists the ball towards half forward. Arnold overruns it slightly. Tackle laid. We'll have a stoppage inside the centre square. 44 points the difference with 5 minutes and change to go in this one. Bothwell by how much at this stage as the kick goes inside 50 once again for the Rabbits. Working his way around really well through traffic and setting himself for goal, just missing to the right-hand side. That was a nice couple of moments there, but just unable to completely capitalise. Through for a minor score. Carr sets himself for the mark, and I think he'll be rewarded with the free kick. He will.
Chopping the arms.
Presented well all day as Ned Carr. Into the middle, finds Campbell, who's also toiled away. Campbell kicks out towards the scoreboard. Opportunity here for Baldwin. Lowers his eyes, and a bullet pass inside 50 is a good one. Spots up a teammate there in Tim Hall. So this will take some of his absolute best work here. Tim Hall, 1 goal to his name so far today. Kicking from 50. Tucked up against the pocket, missing to the left-hand side.
Legs a bit stiff, I think, late in the game there for Timmy Hall. Just trying to stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, worked hard. He has throughout the game. Hasn't quite got the scoreboard impact that he was wanting, probably, but look, he's certainly been serviceable.
Short kick is a good one. Finds Trent Rogers. Another short kick over the top to Hassett. And moves the ball on. Down the line. Setting himself now as Hales takes the mark. Bit of a scrubby old kick, but it gets them inside 50 and it could work out okay. Arnold held his ground pretty well though, and he'll be rewarded with a free kick. Arnold, short to Douse. Turn short to Thomas. Thomas around the corner, high up and under. McGilvery over the top, unable to take the mark, but he's going to gather it at ground level. He does, gets the handball out into space in the end. Coming the other way, a couple of Rabbits. Hills tries to get rid of the football, didn't get rid of it though. Umpire says a throw in. Probably consider himself a little bit lucky there, Hills. The umpire just got caught on the wrong side. Yes,
we are blessed to have a good angle on that one, but unfortunately Phil didn't quite see that.
Ball's thrown in. Campbell overruns it slightly. Now wrapped up there. Ball's chug. So 3 minutes to go, and Bothwell have booked themselves a direct ticket to the grand final. They'll play the winner of the Robins and the Roos next week at Oatlands. Grand final to follow following week at the same venue. Tackle laid. Free kick now going the way of Aaron Smith, who worked his way into this game. takes full advantage of the stand rule. Kicks it towards 50. Mark taken on the second attempt. Good grab. Roberts repel once again.
Space there, Housey.
Oh, McGilvery almost pulls in a sensational mark. Unable to quite do so, but the out of area umpire has spotted a push as part of that attempted mark, and the free kick will go the way of Sokolski. Into the middle of the ground, finds Ford. Ford pushed as he kicked the football. It's going to be a downfield free kick. Bird kicks the ball out into space. That's a lovely kick. Really smart kick from Bird. He almost drew his forward to where the ball was, kicked it to the open side, and that's a good mark taken as well.
Yeah, Georgie Higgins against his old side. In fact, he did play with Campbell Town in 2018 and or 19. Can't think off the top of my head, but certainly was in the Robbins Guernsey.
Higgins kick, bit of a square up and a mark taken. Great body work to take that mark and then playing on. Makes the most of his opportunity. It was a bit of an unconventional goal, but it goes through. So Nathan Isles it was.
Yes.
Hits the scoreboard. It was a great bit of body work to take the grab. And he probably made things a little more difficult for himself than he needed to, but makes no mistake. So that takes Bothwell into the 90s, 14-11-95. Campbell Town, 7-9-51. Come back into the middle. We're ticking into the final minute of this game. Robbins, big game against the Roos next week at Oatlands. Tribunna getting the better of Mount Pleasant in the first semi-final today. Ball's thrown up and the umpires spotted something. Might have been a 666 infringement perhaps.
Yeah, Sammy Thomas might have just infringed ever so slightly on come across the line. I think it's another ball up. But look, full credit to Campbell Town. They've, as we said before, they did only win one game within 3 seasons there, 2018, 2019 and 2021. And, you know, they've won 10 this year, finished second on the ladder. So full credit to Freddie Byrne and the team. But, full accolades to Bothwell.
Try up against the line. Is that going to count? It will count through as a minor score, but it doesn't matter in the end. The Rabbits, they've booked a spot in the big dance. They'll play the winner of next week's clash between Campbelltown and Tribunna. A terrific performance from Bothwell, really, from start to finish. They absorbed a fair bit of pressure at times from the Robins, but just proved to be too strong across the course of the afternoon.
No, spot on, Anthony. Look, in the first quarter there, they were quick to score first. Basically maintained the lead all throughout the game. Just really shut Campbelltown down. There were periods where the pressure was being applied sort of equally, but unfortunately Campbelltown couldn't quite get the goals on the board that they needed. Perhaps Matty Hayward can return in a week or two, so that'll help there. But as I said, full credit to Bothwell, deserving winners, booked themselves, spot in the grand final, second year in a row, and we'll see how they go in 2 weeks at Oatlands.
Certainly will. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers, and then we'll make sure that our camera operator Macca can go and thaw himself out. He's done a fantastic job setting it up today. Beautiful weather, but just a little chilly where he's standing at the moment. So we'll go through the goal kickers for Bothwell. 4 to Matthew Bird, 3 to Jared Horn. Also got singles to Hassett, Higgins, Ford, Isles and Brown, with also 2 to Jamie Sokolski. Well, for Campbelltown, 5 goals going the way of Ned Carr. Also a single to Aaron Smith. We thank you for your company with us on the AFL Tasmania YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure bringing the ODFA semi-finals to you, and we can't wait to do it again in a couple of weeks for the grand final. Thank you to you, Nick Finlay, for your expert analysis throughout the game and for jumping on, sharing your knowledge with everyone. You do a fantastic job, and we also thank Harrison Agents for their magnificent support of the ODFA competition in season 2022. Thanks to Andrew McCarthy on the camera, Ash Wilkes back in the studio. Make sure you stay tuned to AFL Tas social media channels throughout the week for a few highlights from the 2 games today, and we'll catch your company in a fortnight's time for the grand final at Oatlands. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
Takes that 51.